Hello, this is Aaron Turpin from CarNewsCafe.com. Today I wanted to talk about the Jaguar C X17 sports crossover concept. This was introduced at the 2013 Frankfurt Motor Show on opening day. Jaguar introduced this concept vehicle and it immediately caught our attention because it's unusual. It's not particularly striking in looks, it doesn't really have an unusual vehicle category, and crossovers aren't known for being that interesting, but it's very highly innovative because of what underlies it. Premium automakers like Jaguar are known for their race-inspired innovations and their capability to bring expensive new technologies to the market. These are technologies that often go on to become standards in the industry. Turbocharging and supercharging being some examples of that. The Jaguar C X17 has some things that appear to be poised to go from today's ultra-expensive limited market idea to tomorrow's everyday car standard. The first thing that most in the automotive press noticed when Jaguar unveiled this C X17 concept was that they're introducing a crossover. Kind of unusual, and the crossover segment is not really well known for being pretty, and Jaguar is known for being pretty. It's exactly what they do, is create machines that are just beautiful to look at. So it seemed kind of odd that Jaguar would be going into this market. Well, and frankly would become the latest to break down and enter the utility market with another boxy people mover on wheels. The good news is that they didn't actually do that. The Jaguar C X17 sports crossover lives up to that crossover promise, but keeps the Jaguar tradition of being a lovely machine. Of course, it's not the prettiest Jaguar you're going to see, but it is still a very good-looking crossover. Easily the best one on the market if they were to produce it today and sell it. Most of this is captured in the very Jaguar-esque grille and the hood, which has lines that just say, "I'm a Jaguar." The rear fender has a heavy hump, which creates sort of a muscular look at the back. The C X17 has an extremely low roofline, which creates a really sporty look despite it being a crossover. Looks aren't everything, and this would just be another crossover design that we would ignore if it weren't for something a little more fundamental, and that's a literal core change. Jaguar is introducing with the C X17 sports crossover concept a lightweighting technology that's based on an all-new advanced aluminum unibody architecture. That sounds really complicated, and in a way it is, and it sounds like they came up with a really long way to say something simple, which they sort of did, but the name Advanced Aluminum Unibody Architecture says exactly what it is. Aluminum is the basis for a lot of lightweighting technologies today. Nearly every vehicle on the market uses it in some way or another. Most vehicles are very heavily using alloys now. Mazda Skyactiv is very aluminum intensive, for instance. What Jaguar has done is they've taken that idea and they've kind of expanded on it and gotten much more technologically advanced with it. They've made it very clear that this advanced architecture is going to become the norm in their lineup over time. The C X17 itself will probably be the basis for a production model down the road, but it won't be the one that introduces this new aluminum architecture. That will come, according to Jaguar, on a CD sedan or coupe. That will come in the 2015 and 2016 model years, 2015 for Europe, 2016 for North America. The vehicle itself will be built at their Solihull plant, and the engines for the vehicle will be built at the new Jaguar plant that's being built in the UK right now. Jaguar has been a little bit sparse with what exactly this advanced aluminum unibody architecture is, but they've given enough information to say that it is going to be industry changing. It's based on aluminum and uses alloys to create a very lightweight, strong underpinning for a vehicle. That's not really new. The Tesla Model S does that. Lotus has done that in their vehicles. What is different is that it's going to be scalable. And that's a big change. Right now, aluminum chassis, aluminum framing, and so on, they are not scalable. They have to be designed specific to the vehicle that they're going with. This is a big change because Jaguar is saying that they can use this and scale it up and down to go anywhere from a subcompact car all the way up to a large, relatively heavy SUV. That would be a big change in the industry, and that would make this a real game changer for automotive. That is a very cool thing, and it will be very neat to see if Jaguar can pull it off. What we can expect to see over the next couple of years is that we will see Jaguar show this concept at a couple of shows. The CX17 will eventually be forgotten because a newer updated version will appear, and that will have a slightly altered name and a next generation status, and will probably be a production ready prototype since Jaguar is moving this towards a 2015 production table. It's very likely that since they're introducing the first of the aluminum architecture vehicles in Europe, that they're going to introduce it next year at the 2014 Frankfurt Motor Show. And then we would see that come to the US to probably like the LA show, and then the next year, maybe at Detroit or New York, we would see the American version of that car get introduced for a 2016 release. So whatever you think, the Jaguar CX17 was more than just another premium car maker showing off a crappy crossover. This was a concept that has a real potential to change the way automotive goes and the manufacturing process, as well as the design process, frankly, for the next 2 decades or more. Tell us what you think about it. Go to carnewscafe.com and let us know what you think about the Jaguar CX17 crossover. Again, this is Aaron Turpin from Car News Cafe. Talk to you again soon.